Hey friends, good evening. I am so excited to get to spend the next 25 minutes with you as we finish up Think and Grow Rich. I was just telling Summer and Sarah that I have asked Terry Luongo to come on next week and talk about leadership as we kind of wrap up this personal development series that we've done. And so anyway, I just want to encourage you, if you haven't been able to make any of them live thus far, next week is one to make live. So with that said, this week we're talking decision making and kind of concluding things that as I was listening and watching again of what we're going to see tonight, the one thing that stuck out to me the most is you've been born an original, don't die a copy. And so I thought that was really, really powerful because I think it's so easy to go, well, what is everybody doing over here? And constantly asking, how is their success going? And I think everybody has their own way. Yes, there are methods and systems in place, but there is something unique to you that you have to offer the world. And so I never want us to lose or forget that. So with that said, I am going to share my screen here and we are going to finish up Think and Grow Rich.
And I have found that to be my number one trait, but it's the inability to feel sorry for yourself that explains an enormous amount of success in life, personal, business, whatever your goal is.
I was only 11 when my father died, and I was the eldest of 5 children, so I had to overcome it. He never treated me like a regular girl. He never stopped me from doing anything. I remember that some of my friends would say, "Don't do that, only boys can do that." My father never stopped me from doing anything. The legacy I wanted to leave behind is the continuation of what my father gave me, the belief that there are no boundaries to what you want to achieve in life. You see, a seed was planted in my mind before my father passed away. His encouragement and belief in me is like the water, and the harvest is the legacy I'm leaving behind. You set your mind into something, you focus on it, you make it happen.
If you want to inspire the world, follow your dreams. If you don't want to inspire people, don't follow your dreams. It's so valuable and important to chase those dreams. Whether you actually achieve them or not is irrelevant. It's the pursuit of you going after what you were born to do is what inspires other people. And it inspires yourself more than anything else in that pursuit.
The Marconi story to me was inspiring because oftentimes people thought I was crazy too. Hearing Marconi's story was like, maybe I'm not the one that didn't belong. Maybe I actually might be exceptional.
Mr. Marconi? Sir? Yes, I'm busy at the moment. Mr. Marconi, we respectfully request that you come with us, sir.
I couldn't possibly. I'm right in the middle of...
We have papers that give us the authority to take you...
Papers? Are you from the government?
No, we're...
From the military? Ministry of Defense?
No, sir.
Thank God for that.
We're from the hospital.
What hospital?
St. Albans.
There must be a misunderstanding. Isn't that a mental asylum?
Yes, sir. If you would just come quietly, I'm sure we can straighten this out later.
On whose authority?
The hospital is called by your friends.
Friends.
Acquaintances, perhaps, concerned for you.
And on the gossip of idle, ignorant troublemakers...
If you'll just come with us, sir, I'm sure it'll be straightened out.
I will not come with you. It's insane. As you say, sir.
We have a straitjacket in the carriage, but we don't want to be forced to use it. It's for your own good, sir.
I'm sure.
Mr. Marconi, I am Dr. Fielding.
Finally, an intelligent person, hopefully.
Do you know why you are here?
I assumed I said too much at a dinner party after a glass or two of champagne, talked about things people don't understand.
Your friends are concerned about you, and I must say, so am I.
Friends?
You claim to be able to send and receive human voices through the air.
Yes.
Well, you obviously don't realize it, but this is the textbook definition of schizophrenia.
I don't hear disembodied voices in my head.
Good.
I send voices through the air from one device to another by way of invisible waves.
And this is less delusional. How exactly?
It's less delusional because it's true.
That has not been my experience.
Your experience is the thing of the past.
And you?
I'm a thing of the future.
You interest me.
I'm happy for you that you have a patient that interests you. For my own part, I have been forcibly removed from my home and my work. I've been stripped of my clothes, given an ice bath, dressed in prison pajamas, and my only crime was to be a little too smart for the smart set in London. Now, if allowed to return to my workshop, I can demonstrate these things, preferably in my own clothes.
Come with me.
Years later, Guglielmo Marconi won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1909 at the age of 34. He is now universally recognized as the inventor of the radio. Marconi understood the power of a new idea.
There's no secret to success. If there is a secret to success, it's just that. There is no secret. When it comes to wealth, when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to abundance, it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with gender, who your parents are, your level of education. But it has everything to do with the desire. And it has everything to do with faith. And it has everything to do with right mental attitude.
My mentor was a guy named Dennis Waitley in the speaking profession. Dennis wrote the foreword to my very first book, and I was on a speaking tour with he and Dr. Robert Schuller, and they twisted my arm into writing my first book. And I always had that cane folded up in my suitcase when I traveled. I never used it, but that white cane, I kept it, and then Dennis Waitley, 40 years later, on his 80th birthday, came to an event I was doing in San Diego. I brought him up on stage and I gave it to him. And on his 80th birthday, he was going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And he said, I'll accept your gift with your permission. I'll leave this on top of Mount Kilimanjaro. If you'll promise when you're 80, you'll go get it back. And that's where my cane is.
3 feet from gold. And that story always reminded me that at all times I could just be 3 feet from gold. It could be the next meeting, the next turn, the next chance encounter. That really propelled me and pushed me through some of those dark moments. You're always potentially just 3 feet from gold.
There was a man named Darby who was caught by gold fever in 1850. He staked a claim and went to work. After weeks of labor, he was rewarded.
There's a lot more where this one came from. Now we just need the right equipment to get it out the ground. Now everybody who puts in will get an equal share out. Everybody.
The first ore was shipped to a smelter. The returns showed promise that they had one of the richest mines in Colorado. A few more cars of that ore would clear the debts. Then would come the big killing in profits. Down went the pickaxes, and up went the hopes of Darby and his investors. Then something happened. The vein of gold ore disappeared. They persevered, desperately trying to pick up the vein again, but to no avail.
Had a good run, I guess. And then it ran clean out. Nothing but rock. All we had in this equipment. Maybe somebody else could use it.
I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll give you $100 for the lot.
Okay.
Where was this? Did you find out?
This particular Junkman had an eye for opportunity. He called in a geologist to do a little calculating.
I'm not reckoning this might fail because that fella Darby was not familiar with fault lines. When the earth shifts, the vein can jut over a few feet. A few. 3, maybe 4, 5 feet at most.
That is exactly where it was found. The Junkman took millions of dollars in ore from the mine because he knew enough to seek expert advice when encountering an unexpected obstacle. He struck gold just 3 feet from where Darby gave up. When Darby heard about the riches he might have earned had he not quit, he made the most powerful decision of his life. He promised himself to never quit again in his new line of work. As an insurance provider, he became one of a small group of fewer than 50 people who sold more than $1 million in life insurance annually. He recouped his losses and paid all his family and neighbors back the money they had invested. He also discovered that desire itself can be transmuted into gold.
Surround yourself with people who are going to be there to bolster you while you build your self-confidence. Have people on your team who are strong where you are weak. Have people on your team who want to support you, have been where you want to go, mentors that will open the door for you. That power of association is so strong.
Everyone's still searching for that sense of power. And the first and most powerful way, literally, to do that is help someone else. And Napoleon Hill's vision is that happiness is absolutely created, not through riches, even though it's in the title, and it's confused a lot of people. The richness is in giving happiness to other people, giving that sense of power to them that they can influence others. And by influencing others, simply by making them feel valuable, important, unique. Now they've reaffirmed their own purpose, and now they realize their power was always there in the first place.
You are the defiant human spirit. And when you connect with that, you defy the things that hold you back from being all that you can be.
The biggest dream you ever had in your life is alive and well. And we all have those big dreams, goals, passions, callings, things we want to do in this life. And sometimes we haven't thought about them in 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years. And the only thing you have to do to activate it is sit right where you're sitting right now and say, yes, I'm going to do that. I don't know how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, who to do it with. But once you say, yes, I'm going to do that, and you make that definite decision, the world starts to change.
You've been born an original, don't die a copy. There's nobody else like you. There's only one person that walks like you, has your handprints. Nobody has eyes like you. Don't be a discount version of yourself.
As you dig into Napoleon Hill's work, what you're really digging into
is who you are. And who you are is so big. I have studied it every day for 55 years, and I think I'm just scratching the surface. Do yourself a favor and really begin to think. That is Napoleon Hill's legacy. That is your opportunity.
Cherish your visions and your dreams, as they are the children of your soul, the blueprints of your ultimate achievements. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire. And begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have. And better tools will be found as you go along. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. Not a hope, not a wish, but a keen, pulsating desire, which transcends everything. The oak sleeps in the acorn. The bird waits in the egg. And in the highest vision of your soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of reality. Through some strange and powerful principle of mental chemistry, which she has never divulged, nature wraps up in the impulse of strong desire that something which recognizes no such word as impossible and accepts no such reality as failure. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was really powerful. I ordered the book. I'm going to start reading it. And I may poll everybody and see if they want to do a book study where instead of maybe watching the video, everybody reads, a chapter a week. And then on Sunday evenings for 30 minutes, we could kind of have a discussion. So I really think the principles in this book are powerful. And if we can apply them, not just in our business, but in every area of our life, it's powerful. So I loved the one thing I want to say that I loved the most before I let y'all go is start with whatever tools you may have, and better tools will be found as you go along. I think it's so easy to get stuck in, I don't have all the details, I don't know how I'm going to get there, and we just need to start, because that's the most powerful decision that we can make, is starting. And so I'm excited for the future. I'm thankful for this team and this community. And next week, be sure to hop on for leadership and hearing some powerful teaching from Terry Luongo. So anyway, guys, thanks for your time on this Sunday evening, and have an amazing week, and we'll talk soon. Bye, y'all.
Thanks.